Journalist Enock Sikolia is still at the scene of the Grizzly road accident, and he now joins us live. Enock, what else do we know as at this point?
Thank you so very much, Dan Mwangi. It's a sad afternoon here in Salgaa. Where I am right now is Migaa, the area or the scene of the accident. And as you can see here, just across there is a sign that says "Slow down." Heavy vehicles turning at the accident occurred. The information we are getting about the accident is that the vehicle was faulty, and even those or the passengers we have talked to say that actually, well, the victims that we have talked to actually say that they tried to tell the driver to either stop the vehicle or slow down, but the driver refused and continued. So for them, they say that the accident was caused by the driver. Even after realizing that the vehicle was faulty, they say that they suspected that the vehicle's brakes were faulty, and that is why the driver was realizing that sometimes the driver could slow down. But when he reached here, remember this is a slopey area. From the right, that is where Sachangwan is, and we're headed to Salgaa. Now, the reason why we were told to slow down here, this is a slopey area, and there are usually heavy vehicles here. The trucks, especially those coming from Mombasa, and those coming from Malaba, they usually use this road, and this is an area where most vehicles, whenever they reach here, they decide to use free gear, and that is why it's very dangerous here, and vehicles or drivers are told to slow down, but most of them ignore the signs and ignore the rules here, and they opt to use free gear, and probably you'll find that most vehicles, when they pass here, they will be flying rather than moving in a normal way, or let's say 50 kilometers per hour, because the sign when you reach Salgaa as you're going to Eldoret, the sign that is there is that between here and Sachwangan, or between Salgaa and Sachwangan, one has to drive at 50 kilometers per hour. But you find that you will find vehicles that are driving even more than 100 kilometers an hour, and this is a slopey area. If you lose control, for example, there are valleys there. Probably you will land into a ditch. There is a factory there that heavy vehicles, for example, that are transporting raw materials to the factory, you might collide with one of them. But the information we are getting is that the driver actually had a faulty vehicle, but ignored the calls by the passengers to slow down. And even also, they are saying that there was a particular time at near Sachwangan that the police who are manning the road stopped the vehicle, and one of the passengers tells me that he had there were some exchanges between the police and then the driver lied to the police that indeed the vehicle was not faulty, but he had just hit a bump, and that is why probably the victim tells me, or the injured who I talked to at Nakuru Level 5 Hospital told me that probably that is why the police let go the bus. And remember, Sachwangan to here is about 2 kilometers, just a few distance from Sachwangan. So it indicates that after being released by the police, the vehicle only went to approximately 2 kilometers, and then the accident occurred. So the blame game here, or the blame is being leveled to the police, and also to the driver, and mostly to the driver, because the driver ignored the calls from the passengers. Even when the passengers shouted at him that he needs to stop the vehicle, the driver continued with the journey. So it's an issue that needs to be discussed. It's an issue that probably drivers need to be warned. So that is what we are learning from here. And the latest update is that when we left Nakuru Level 5 Hospital, just one victim who had injuries had succumbed. So probably the number had reached to 5 people who had succumbed at Nakuru Level 5 Hospital. Remember, the hospital had received 28 people who had been injured from here. Others were taken to Molo Sub-County District Hospital here in Nakuru County. So the numbers of the death has increased by 1. I've just told you that when we were leaving the hospital, the nurse there told us that indeed 1 person had just succumbed to injuries. Dan Mwangi.
Right, thank you very much, Enock Sikolia, who shall be giving us more updates later in the day. And it's very sad to hear that we have 1 more person who's succumbed, meaning that this death toll has risen to 37, which is a very unfortunate thing, and we hope it doesn't go above and beyond that. And